Warren Buffett advises, investing in yourself is the best thing that you can do. Anything that improves your own talents, nobody can tax it or take it away from you. If you've got a talent yourself and you've maximized your talent, you've got a tremendous asset that can return tenfold. If someone thinks they have a money problem, more than likely that problem is just the symptom to the real underlying problems of not enough skills, relationships, or ideas. Money is just a fiat currency that allows for easier trade and eliminates the need for bartering. The real way to create more money is to create more value. There are two real ways of creating value, and that's through mental capital and relationship capital. Mental capital is your ideas, skills, work ethic, talents, abilities, and strategies. For centuries, whether for labor jobs or war, brawn was the best skill to have. Now in the 21st century, there's less of a need for muscle and more of a need for a smart brain. Think about how many hard labor jobs there are in compared to more white-collar work. Which jobs pay more? Why do they pay more? In order to grow and learn, the average CEO reads 60 books a year. Is there any wonder why companies compete with ridiculously high salaries in order to get a good CEO? You are what you think about most of the time. This is why it's so important to consistently grow our mental abilities. Here's the big question, especially for my generation of millennials. Just as an athlete eats the right foods to fuel their body's performance, how are you feeding your brain in order to help it perform at its best? The average American spends 3.5 hours a day watching TV. How much time do you spend educating yourself versus entertaining yourself? Instead of watching funny cat videos on YouTube, could you watch any TED Talks and get insight and better understandings on hundreds of amazing topics? Mark Twain notably said, "The person who does not read is no better off than the person who can't read." Not that we need to try to be better than each other. I think the main point that he's making is some people squander the gifts that they have, when instead we should use them and build more skills off of them. We are lucky to live in a time in history that knowledge is becoming free for those who are willing to look for it. What books, podcasts, audios, and articles can you find that are in your field of knowledge and interest? Are most of your subscriptions and follows on social media geared towards random entertainment, or are they adding knowledge and value to you on a regular basis? Next is your relationship capital. Every positive social connection with another human being starts a relationship. Some people say your network is your net worth, so say yes to good positive relationships. These are your friends, your mentors, co-workers, family, and coaches. Many great people have said you are the average of your 5 closest friends. The question for you is that a good or a bad thing? It's up to you to choose who is in your circle of influence. Who are you getting your advice from? Is it coming from somebody that you admire and look up to? You get to choose who positively influences you and who you positively influence in return. Late great author and speaker Zig Ziglar famously stated, "You can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want." How many types of people can you get along with? Can you get into other groups or follow people and companies that are more proactive in the same areas that you want to see results in? Even if you don't agree with everything these people say, actively trying to hear other people's point of views will give you multiple perspectives and help you think from each angle and more creatively. When alive, Steve Jobs said that great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. Think about it. Microsoft, Apple, Fubu, Under Armour, and many more billion-dollar companies started out of garages with nothing more than an idea and people willing to create that idea. Could you partner up with one of these forward-moving friends and create something greater than if you did it solo? Who in your life do you know that is already in line with how you want to live your life? How can you add extra value to them in order to build upon that existing friendship? For instance, one of my closest friends, Dom, and I have been friends since we were 18 and sold Cutco together. Even though after Cutco we didn't see each other for years, we still stayed in touch a small amount. He is now a realtor and both of us have a passion towards real estate investing, so we have decided to partner up and invest together. By partnering up, we have been able to accomplish way more than if we ever tried by ourselves. Just be careful if you do partner, they must be very trustworthy. Don't invest time or money with untrustworthy people. Stephen Covey says that trust is the glue of life. It is the most essential ingredient to effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships. Instead of hating the wealthy, let's learn from them. David Rockefeller was known to have 150,000 relationships before he died. The Rockefeller family is well known for giving over $50 million a year to different charities. They're on their 6th generation with over 150 members because of proper planning right off the bat. They've strategically built a foundation so no matter what their future heirs do, their family will thrive. Your ability to connect, relate, and adapt to other people is a tremendous skill that only develops through constant practice. Try to go out of your way to connect with people that are different than you in some way. While certain things are different, you'll realize that they are just as much human as you, just trying to find their way in their life's journey. In order to fully understand people, we must view life from their shoes, not from our own, because naturally we're going to have our own biases and judgments about the world. By being intentional about who you want to spend your time with, more of the right people will come into your life and more opportunities will come your way than ever before.